Hello and welcome to Pub Football. Miles and Jimmy here to talk about England facing Germany in the round of 16 in Euro 2020. It's going to be an exciting game, hopefully. It should be more exciting than the last few games, but we haven't really spoken about the Czech Republic game yet. So, should we just start by doing a quick couple of takeaways about England 1, Czech Republic 0? Have you got anything that you took from it straight away?
Well, another clean sheet, Miles. Strong. I thought first half he played very well. I thought Saka came in. Good as an Arsenal fan, seen come in and play really well. I thought second half we just about managed it. They did have a couple of chances here and there, but good result. And it's looking more and more likely we had the group of death, really, with how Czech Republic are going at the moment. So, fair play.
Yeah, I mean, there's been some interesting results through the week. Czech Republic getting through against Holland being the main one. Italy almost going out as well, which would have been really, really surprising. And it really is there. It's right there, isn't it, for England to get to the final? They've just got to get past Germany. And that's not to underestimate the likes of Sweden, Czech Republic, again, have beaten England in the last couple of years. So this isn't a given that England gets the final if they beat Germany. But in terms of ease and luck of the draw,
I think it might be coming home. We aren't far away, are we? If we could just win this game, we could quite comfortably get to the final. And then you never know. Never know.
So the big talking point again about the Czech Republic game was the front four with Kane involved as well, of Saka being the surprise inclusion, Grealish and Sterling. Sterling scoring the goal again. The goal had all four of them involved, which I just thought was brilliant. I loved that all four of them were involved. Saka broke down the wing, and it was excellent all game. Got the cross across. Grealish got on the end of it, headed it back to Harry Kane, who made a pass that showed his value for me, and it's not been talked about enough. Most other centre forwards, and definitely the other centre forwards available, and most of the other players available to England, would have just dropped that back out to the edge of the box. But he saw the pass around the corner to Grealish, who clipped it over the top. Sterling went in. Does that front four have to start again against Germany?
I think the way we started, I think everyone is justified a starting place, aren't they? I thought everyone played really, really well. Again, mentioned Saka, the way he just literally goes at players. I love his enthusiasm. Again, Grealish was, in about it, wasn't he? Played really well. Do I think he's probably going to make a change? Yes, I do. I don't want him to, but I think he will somewhere along the line.
Well, I've read today on Sky Sports that Foden's in line to come back, and he's seriously considering starting Mason Mount, even though he won't join the team again until tomorrow morning, the day of the game. I think that's a mistake. I love Foden, but I'll explain how I would start in a second, but Foden doesn't necessarily fit the system that I need to play.
No, there are a lot of positives from the game as well. Just some of those performances were great. I thought the way we got Harry Kane involved a lot more was miles better than we have been. I completely understand Foden has had a cracking season for Man City, and I do get he warrants potentially a starting place. But so far in this tournament, I think other players have stepped up maybe a little bit more, and they probably deserve to start, to be honest.
Sterling scoring the goals, and Grealish and Saka both played excellently. I mean, You can't argue with that.
No, I completely agree. I won't change anything.
I feel like he's going to go back to the team that started against Croatia. I honestly think Trippier is going to come in at left back.
I am concerned by this game because you mentioned at the start, Germany are a good nation. And you look at it and go, well, if we could just get past Germany, you never know. But we've got to get past Germany. And it bothers me that we go, let's be defensive. Let's see how it goes. Just give it a go. We've got a really, really good side. And if we go at them, their back 3-5 is pretty poor. And if we can just get at them, give it a go, we've got much better players. I'm sick of this defensive rubbish. Let's go for it.
But the clean sheets, you can't lose if you keep a clean sheet. Right. Talk to me about Germany. What are you looking for from them? What are their weak spots? You just mentioned the back five. What are you worried about with Germany?
Oh, well, we know they're all pretty much household names, really, aren't they? I know Werner doesn't score any goals, but he's lively. Obviously, Havertz behind him.
He probably won't start, will he?
he won't be far away, but then you've still got decent players in there. You've got Gundogan, you've got Havertz, Gnabry. They're all decent footballers. I think the fullbacks are the biggest issue for us. I think if Gosens gets going, we might be in a bit of trouble. But if we can get them going the other way, I think we can get Hummels, get Rudiger. They're not great at the back. There are chances there.
You just mentioned Robin Gosens, and I honestly think Saka is the key to containing him. I think he's the absolute key to containing him. We saw each other on Wednesday and had this debate. Should we go through a rough way that we would start the game?
I'll let you lead, yes. Yeah.
Right, so I'm picking exactly the same side that started against the Czech Republic, man to man. However, I'm changing the system slightly. So the starting lineup for me, Pickford in goal. I'm going Walker. I wouldn't mind Trippier coming in for set piece ability, but I think Walker's recovery pace is going to really help against players like Serge Gnabry. Stones, Maguire, and Luke Shaw. Again, Chilwell misses out and I think he's going to miss out this tournament because of that COVID breach. I think he would have potentially come in against the Czech Republic. Phillips and Rice, I think, could be Rice and Henderson. Not Phillips and Henderson, though. They showed in the second half against Czech Republic. I'm not convinced by them as a pair. One of them with Rice, but I feel it's hard to drop Phillips necessarily because he didn't necessarily do anything wrong against the Czech Republic. But
I feel like Henderson might come in. I feel like his big game experience, his know-how, his leadership might give him the edge, but I wouldn't be disappointed if Phillips was in there as well.
So actually, I'm going to make one change. I'm going to bring Rice. I'm going to bring Henderson in for Phillips. And it's really harsh on Phillips. There's something about Phillips almost was playing as a right winger against Czech Republic. Something about Henderson that, that experience. I want that experience. So that'll be the one change. And then the three behind Kane being Saka, Grealish through the middle, and Sterling off the left. Sterling and Grealish interchanging throughout. So I think that would work. The way I'm making a tactical tweak is, and this is why Saka has to start for me above everybody else. When we're on the ball, that's the side. When we lose the ball, I would almost drop back into a back three, and I think that gives us the opportunity to do that. So because Saka's got the fitness and he got the energy, we saw that he was all over the place against Czech Republic. So that means when we're off the ball and the wing backs are bombing on from Germany, I'm going into a three with Walker, Stones, and Maguire. I'm telling Luke Shaw to do exactly what he did against the Czech Republic. So this isn't a massive change. That's the thing. This is a very minor tweak because Luke Shaw was pressing high against Czech Republic, more so than Walker was. So I get Luke Shaw to press high, but I get Saka just to drop 10 yards, just to sit in, just to watch Robin Gosens. And as soon as we get the ball, we're breaking out. And then when we're on the ball, and then Saka becomes a right winger again, a full-on right winger. So it's going to be very difficult. He's not specifically a wing back, but he's playing slightly more reserve when we're off the ball. That's all I'm asking from Saka. And then he becomes a winger when we're on the ball. And when we're off the ball, I'm just saying to Grealish and Sterling, whoever's nearest goes to a man, the other one finds some space. There's going to be some space in there from them pushing players on because they're leaving space in behind with a three. I know that it should be one-on-one, but find a little pocket in the middle, or if Kane's dropping in, then you're running off. You're just finding space. That's how I would do it. I don't think that's how Southgate would do it, though.
No, he's not going to do that, is he? It makes sense because obviously at different phases of the game, we can change our shape. We can be a little bit more fluid. I get that. I think that's what we should be doing. But we're not, are we? I've got a feeling we're going to be a bit slow in possession out the back. We're going to be a bit nervous.
Still too slow against Czech Republic at times. A lot of the time.
It was, definitely. Again, it just takes too long to just punch the ball into Kane, work off of Kane. And I just want us to be a bit more gung-ho at times because I think we can do it. We've got quality. And I feel it's going to be a really edgy game tomorrow. And we should go and win this game, but I wouldn't be surprised if we lost. It's one of those, isn't it?
Give me your lineup.
Oh, I wouldn't change anything. I wouldn't change anything. I obviously mentioned probably 2 episodes ago I would go 3-4-3. You could do that. We could match up. But I would stick with what we did. I thought we played really well. And why change a winning side?
Okay, if you are going 3-4-3, how are you playing it?
So as you say, Pickford, I would have Maguire, Stones, and I'd probably have Walker. I know Reece James hasn't had a good tournament so far, but I do like Reece James. He'll be on the right side.
Play him on the wing back, yeah, okay.
And then I'd have Saka on the other side because I think you can do both sides of it.
Oh, well, so he just becomes a wide man there, doesn't he?
Yeah, I would probably go with Rice and probably Henderson. And then I'd have Grealish one side, I'd have Kane up top, and I would have probably Sterling. He's had a good tournament so far.
He scored both goals. You have to play him.
Yeah.
Regardless of how well you think he's played, he's finished when we've needed him to, and that's
definitely.
It's going to be interesting, isn't it? How are you feeling about the game? Are you nervous or are you confident?
I think in our England careers as young men, we have only experienced disappointment playing Germany. I always remember the 2010 World Cup where Lampard scored, didn't count. We've had real problems against Germany, and it's one of those where just go out, give it a go. We can win this game. We can win it comfortably because we're a better team. I'd love to see Kane come to the fore. We score goals. We look great. Hopefully.
I think this is the first time in my lifetime I can remember playing against Germany, apart from maybe the 5-1 game, but I don't really remember that, where you look at it player for player and you think, England are a better side, and it's not that close. And I know Germany have some good players, but you look at the players they do have and you think, how many of those German players right now would be getting in this England side? Gundogan maybe would be a missing link for what England have in the midfield, that man who can go both ways. But beyond that, you look at it and you think, it's not much. Gnabry would be in with a shout, but our wingers have been doing very well.
I think Kimmich would come in somewhere, but again, where do you play Kimmich? He's not a fullback, and he's not really a central midfielder. He's just a good footballer. But I think the way they just about got through the group gives us a lot of confidence. They struggled to beat Hungary at home, basically.
Yeah.
We should build on that. It's just how we start the game. If we're very, very conservative, slow, I do get concerned that we might get picked off.
It's weird because there's that, but at the same time, I'd normally say put an early goal on them and get the confidence. But we saw that in the World Cup semi-final. I'm not sure an early goal is the best thing. I'd celebrate it and I'd love it if it happened. But if England get an early goal, are we all of a sudden going to go back within ourselves and then not be able to come back out again like we did against Croatia in the World Cup semi-final?
Potentially, yeah. And I feel like in the last couple of games, especially when we do take the lead, we just immediately sit back and we go, right, come on then. Are you going to score? Are you going to do anything? And I know Czech Republic weren't great, but they did have serious chances. They could have scored. And it concerns me against a slightly more potent front line. They will take those chances. And that's what I don't want us to do. Don't sit back. Just give it a go. Come on, England.
Sit back with 5 minutes to go if you're 1-0 up. It should be like, did you watch the Portugal-Belgium game?
Yeah, it's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
Portugal on the counter-attack, 1 goal up with 5 minutes to go because they got the numbers forward. That's what England need to do. That's what England should do. Take the lead, hit them on the counter from there because that's where England could be so dangerous. It'd be brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Anyway, I think we've come to the time where we need to sort of put it on the line a bit. What do you think the score's going to be?
Do you think we're going to get to penalties, or do you think it's going to be done by then?
I've got a feeling it's going to go to extra time, but I'm going to say 1-0 England. I don't think it'll be more. I just don't think England will. But this could be, in saying that, this could be the performance we've been waiting for, and England could smash it. Or
I agree.
It could be pitiful, and Germany could get 3. Like it's one of those games that I feel anything could happen in this. But I've got a sinking feeling it's going to go to extra time, and I'm not sure we'll get through if it goes to extra time. So
I think my heart says England and my head says Germany. It's going to be Germany, isn't it?
I'm going to go 1-0 England. I'm going to go 1-0 England, and it's not going to be pretty.
I'm going to go 2-1 in extra time, a Harry Kane penalty to get us through.
Yes, that's what we like. 2 confident fans, as you can tell.
And if we get through, we could win the tournament. It's there. So
if we get through and we don't get to the final, actually, if we don't get to the final now, even not getting past Germany, as we said about the gap, our perceived gap in teams. I know it might be because of our Premier League bias, but serious questions have to be asked about Southgate, who has been offered a contract through Euro2024. Why? We've not done well enough yet. You've got to get through the tournament first. It makes no sense. Anyway, I'm looking forward to the game tomorrow night. Going to be watching it. Going to be cheering on the lads. Two things left to say. Come on, England, and cheers.
Come on, England.